9 News at 5 starts right now.
The largest LGBTQ community center in our region is now cleaning up broken glass and boarding up windows today. This after someone threw a rock into the entrance of the center on Colfax overnight. I'm Jennifer Meckles. Thanks for joining us.
And I'm Mark Salinger. Denver police are investigating, and the center on Colfax says they have security footage of the vandalism. The center says the suspect was trying to shatter 3 of their windows, which set off an alarm system. The person left the scene before police arrived. The center on Colfax has been operating since the 1970s and bills itself as the largest LGBTQ community center in the Rocky Mountain region. Denver police say they are reviewing that surveillance video to try and identify that suspect. No word yet, though, if they're investigating this as a bias-motivated crime.
A man is in the hospital fighting to survive tonight after a shooting in Aurora this afternoon. Officials believe he was shot multiple times. Police say this happened around 2 o'clock near Colfax and 16th. Investigators believe the suspect and the victim somehow knew each other.
Well, it was a beautiful and sunny Saturday afternoon here in the Denver metro area, but up in the high country, it's officially ski season.
Yes, it is. Every year, a few resorts race to open first. A-Basin's usually a safe bet. It's kind of their thing. They had plans to open tomorrow, but then Keystone, they snuck in today, opened their trails for just a couple of hours, taking the crown and totally busting up A-Basin's plans. Keystone officially opened at 3 this afternoon. They're staying open till 6 with some limited skiing and riding, making them, in fact, the first ski area in North America to open for the season, beating Arapahoe Basin by about 16 hours. And you know, those guys, the ones that get there on first chair every single year, they've been doing it forever. They say this last-minute competition bust has actually happened before. It's usually just the other way around.
It was the other way around. A-Basin pulled the wool over Keystone. So this could be a little stick you back, but it was definitely a trying morning this morning. We've spent the last week scouting positions and snow and lines to make sure we were in the front.
It's a tough job, but somebody has to do it, Mark. Those guys, they're fighting the good fight. So the background here is earlier today, Arapahoe Basin announced that they would be opening tomorrow morning at 8:30 for their ski season. That would have made them first, except Keystone then came in, opening up today, beating A-Basin by, again, just a matter of a couple hours.
It's always a race to see who's first. So there you go. A-Basin not far behind tomorrow opening day. Mountain will be open at 8:30 tomorrow morning. They were scouting out those positions, trying to be the first in line. Ski Area shared this exciting social media hype video right there. A-Basin opening day, 10/26/25. That's tomorrow. Truly the most Colorado thing, to race to see which ski area opens first.
And you know, Corey, maybe it's petty, but I love it. I'm here for it.
It's interesting, right? I worked at Keystone for a couple years, right when I got out of high school. I know there's a lot of intel, there's a lot of spying. They're next door neighbors, right?
Yeah,
they're right. They know what each other's doing.
They're like, let's open for 3 hours, just beat them, get all the headlines.
You know, my theory on this one is A-Basin just gonna let them have this one. You know?
Yeah, they usually are the first, right? Like, it's kind of their thing.
It's usually a 2-horse race between them and Loveland. So Keystone, good job. I mean, yeah, I'm right with you.
It's ski season.
That was pretty slick. Right now here in Denver, nothing but blue skies and sunshine. We made it through the entire day without a cloud passing in front of the sun. So I'm gonna call that about a 3-foot sunstorm. Right now, temperatures just now dropping back into the 60s as we briefly made it into the 70s today. Here's your look at the forecast tomorrow. A little bit more cloud cover tomorrow. Still could reach up to 70 degrees, and it'll probably happen during the Bronco game at some point between 2 and 5 p.m. That is going to be a very comfortable football game out there between the Broncos and the Cowboys. Here's the forecast across the rest of the area. Eastern Plains will be the cool spot once again with cloud cover again in the morning, and that could last a while. Next 3 days, we're going downhill. I'll talk about this cool spot here on Tuesday and Wednesday coming up in the forecast.
Thank you, Corey. Downtown Denver is going through a revival, or at least that's what city leaders are hoping for. They're trying to get more people to move downtown, and today they're testing out something new that they hope will make it more friendly to pedestrians.
So on the heels of that $175 million renovation to 16th Street, don't call it 16th Street Mall, the city is now blocking off another street to cars. Wynkoop, right outside of Union Station, will now be pedestrian only this week, starting with a Halloween festival this weekend. 9 News reporter Ria Jha is live there now. And Ria, this could be a preview of something much bigger to downtown.
Yeah, the city is calling this a festival street pilot, part experiment, part block party, and they're testing to see whether this stretch of Wynkoop could potentially permanently be car-free. And while it does look a little empty right now. I think there's still some getting used to and actually utilizing this street. We spoke with people earlier today on their thoughts on this. Step out of Union Station and you'll notice
yeah, I heard the street was closed.
the block of Wynkoop right out front is closed to traffic, and it'll be that way for the whole week.
So I am dressed as Mars Attack.
Yeah, Spooky Wynkoopy.
Spooky Wynkoopy has events lined up each day, but it's also a test for the city.
The study was sparked by plans for development and just overall general interest in this space.
Nancy Kuhn is with the city's Department of Transportation and Infrastructure. She says her office will be using the week to gather data.
We're really testing it as a festival space and looking at how people move and how people enjoy it. So we'll be gathering data on mobility and travel and what kind of impacts are there. Are they severe? Are they manageable?
Some people think severe.
This is where all of the Ubers, all of the Lyfts, all of the taxis, and friends and families bring people and drop them off. To not have access to Wynkoop backs it all up onto other streets.
Others say manageable.
I say let it congest traffic and have more people be encouraged to use public transportation, more people to walk, more people to cycle.
Walkability is one of the goals in the city's bigger effort to revitalize downtown, and Wynkoop could be a piece of that.
So this is just one other area that we're testing, given its location, given all the activity here, given it's a front door to so many visitors.
From the city's front door, many people see this as a glimpse into a more connected Denver.
You know, you come into Union Station, then you come on to Wynkoop, and then you can get onto the 16th Street Mall. It kind of creates a network.
The more we can kind of create that space, the more opportunities we can kind of create for people to connect. I think people are going to love Denver and love living here.
So even if this did go through a permanent closure, the city says could be years away, but they are asking anyone who walks through here to weigh in through a survey. A link to that and a full list of the events happening here at Spooky Wynkoopy are on our website. They're reporting live in Denver. Ria Cha, 9 News.
We were talking about this in the newsroom. I can see this going both ways already, even for folks who use the Union Station, drop off for Ubers and car pickups for the airport, but then also like the pedestrian increase. It's a debate here too, Ria.
Yeah.
So it's interesting what people are telling you.
Yeah, I'm just excited to hear who
Right.
came up with Spooky Wynkoopy.
Yeah, it's pretty smart.
I think it's the double O.
Yeah, something like that.
It's only
Ria
natural.
reporting, yeah. Thank you, Ria. A part of I-70 was closed for hours this morning after a semi-truck crashed into the median near Tower Road. If that sounds familiar, that's because a couple semis crashed just a couple miles down the same road earlier this week. This crash happened around 6:30 this morning, with Aurora police alerting drivers that all westbound lanes in the area were blocked. This video is from our CDOT camera there. You can see no cars on the road. Semi also appeared to be leaking fuel. While no injuries were reported, the semi's driver was taken to the hospital as a precaution. So this morning's crash happened less than 24 hours after yesterday's incident, also involving semis just down the road. Yesterday's happened on I-70 right near E-470, was closed for hours after two semis crashed and caught fire. Clearly, a bit of a dangerous area for truck drivers this week.